So good to go, Anto?
Yes,
Okay. So, a very good morning to everyone. I'm Toastmaster Francis. I'm the Sergeant at Arms of our club. Welcome everyone to the 219th meeting of our Puducherry Toastmasters Club. Mission and vision of Toastmasters. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members can develop communication, leadership skills, resulting in great self-confidence and personal growth. Ground rules to be followed. Online participants, please stay on mute. Offline participants, please ensure your phones are on silent. Online participants, please keep your video on. Do not interrupt the speaker while they are speaking. Avoid topics related to sex, religion, and politics. Introduction of the presiding officer. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce our presiding officer for today's meeting. The role of a presiding officer is pivotal as they ensure the smooth execution of our meeting, provide guidance and support to our members, and uphold the values and missions of Toastmasters International. Our presiding officer embodies the spirit of leadership, possesses exceptional communication skills, and inspires us all to strive for excellence. Today, we are privileged to have Toastmaster Infan Anto as our presiding officer. Please join me in welcoming our presiding officer, Toastmaster Income Anto.
thank you, Sergeant Dams, Toastmaster Francis Jude Fernandez, for setting the stage and setting the ground rules for our 219th meeting of PTC Toastmaster Club. So, once again, very good morning. Good. Have a great Sunday and welcome to our 219th meeting of PTC Toastmasters Club. I welcome all the Toastmasters of PTC Toastmaster Club and visiting Toastmasters from Toastmaster Rishi. Thanks for coming and taking the role for. Thanks for coming up to Rishi to with PTC again. And so I by now I officially opened the 200 meeting 19th meeting of PTC Toastmasters clubs, and I'm very delighted to serve as your presiding officers for today's meeting. So our team Moody Toastmaster of the day Toastmaster THIRUMURUGAN has come up with this wonderful theme called theme is this decision making. So as by hearing that, we have some few points on that. So I'll just start to share it in a preview. Every day we make hundred of decisions. Some small, like choosing what to eat, and some life changing, like choosing a career, starting a business, or moving to a new city. The quality of our decisions often shapes the quality of our lives. I do like to begin with a short story called The Two Roads. A young traveler was walking through a forest when he came up upon a fork in the road. One path was wide, smooth, and crowded with people. The other was narrow, rocky, and almost empty. Unable to decide, he sat under a tree and noticed an old man nearby. Which road should I take? The traveler asked the old man. The old man smiled and replied to the traveler is, "Where do you want to go?" The traveler paused and said, "I don't know." Then the old man gently answered the traveler, "Then it doesn't matter which road you choose." The traveler reflected for a moment and realized that before making a decision, he needed a clarity about his destination. Once he understood his goal, choosing the right path became much easier. So the moral and lesson of the story is good decisions begin with clear clothes. When we know where we want to go, we can evaluate our options with confidence and purpose. As a Toastmasters, we constantly make decision, deciding to step out of our comfort zone, deciding to take meeting rules, deciding to speak despite nervousness, and deciding to grow. Every speech, every evaluation, and every meeting is a decision to become a better communicator and leader. Today, let us listen carefully, think critically, and learn from each speaker's journey. May this meeting inspire us to make thoughtful decisions that lead to personal and professional growth. So, with this, I am officially hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, yeah, AS and IPS trainer, a proprietor of Thiru IAS Academy, our beloved Toastmaster Thirumurugan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anto, for your introduction. As actually, Anto completed the Toastmaster of the day also. About the decision making. He said a story, and also we need to have some clarity when we have to take decision. So that's what I'm going to say. So before making a decision, we need to come for a clarity. If we don't have clarity, then we will definitely go for a bad decision. So have clarity in your decision. So let me ask you a question. A monkey is holding a banana in one hand and an apple in the other hand. Suddenly, a mango falls from the tree. What should the monkey do now? The question is for everyone. You can answer. A monkey
As
is holding a
monkeys,
banana in one hand and an apple in the other hand. Suddenly, a mango falls. What should the monkey do now?
Monkey tried to catch the mango.
Oh, mango also. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Manikanda. So third option is also there. Mango. Any other answer?
as monkeys don't eat mango and apple, I think it will be eating the banana because
Banana.
monkeys are fond of bananas.
Monkeys are fond of bananas. Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster. We should to know more about monkeys, right? Thank you. So any other answer from the monkey side? So what should the monkey do now? Okay. Maybe we know that. Oh, yes, someone is also trying.
Well, the monkey can eat the apple, or as Rishi said, the monkey can eat the banana and then pick the mango for later stage as well. Once
Oh,
he or she is done with the banana.
banana for breakfast, mango for
Oh,
lunch.
yeah, and save the apple for dinner.
Okay. So we can have all the three options, but at different time periods. So that's what Ephraim is saying. And it is also a good answer from the monkey's point of view. Yes, we have lots of decisions to take every now and then when we have different options. But let me ask you again, what do you do when you have only one option to choose? Maybe in your career, in your relationship, in your professional, or as a student. Mostly you don't have much options. For example, if you are going for an exam tomorrow, you don't have much options. You have to study. Maybe taking a leave is a bad option because again you have to go for the exam in the next semester also. So relationship have to go for a breakup or to continue with the relationship. Everyone came with the decision. Okay, this relationship is toxic. I have to move. Maybe I can increase my tolerance so that I can stay in the relationship. So decision. So what kind of decision you people will take? Maybe I will go for another question. A friend gave you a knife. A close friend of yours gave you a knife. And if someone gave you something, you have to return it back. So that's a policy, that's a rule, that's a good habit. And while your friend is asking the knife back, he is very angry, terribly angry. Your friend has given you a knife and he is asking for the knife to return, right? So he is asking the knife back. But why he is asking the knife? He is very much angry. What decision will you take now? Whether to give the knife or to resist?
Of course, if somebody gives, a knife to you who is helping you, you have to give him the knife. Whether he's angry or sad, I mean, in any condition, you have to give the knife back.
Okay, irrespective of the mood, I will give back the knife. Thank you, Rishi. But actually, I don't give knife to you.
Yeah, I will take this question for my view. A knife is a dangerous one, so based on the situation, I will not give it back to my friend.
Yes, this is
I will
like
try to convince him. Let's say example, in a happy mood, I can make it as a two ways. When he like if I when we are going to have a party, we'll discuss a lot of funny things, and the end up parties maybe like some fight means their knife is not a good option. Even that words are making a lot of separation for between the friends. Um, uh, like in that kind of situation, knife is not a good option. Like giving back, even though enemy also we should not give. Like friend, I accept that we should not. Even for enemy, he is like suppose Tirumurugan is my enemy. I should not give back to a knife. That is our like you said the another option monkey. Even I was picking like monkey. It will like monkeys will eat too fast, and they are very even the own kid also, even own father mother also, the monkey will not share the food. They will fight aggressively. If freely one more mango is coming means they will eat too fast and they will try to pick it that mango too. That is what I was thinking, because human also kind of a jealousy. um, I went to there in the monkey story again. I'm coming back to here. Even friend or enemy, we should not give back the any like knife. So here, instead of knife, I took as a bad words. Like during the fight, I thought like when he is giving a knife means like a bad words. Bad words will separate and it will make a extreme level. We should not, like even you are scolding like Tirumurugan is my friend. He scolded me. He used some bad word, but I should not give the same bad word or something, because bad words are more than a knife. I feel like it will make a dangerous thing. Uh, so that is what instead of like a knife, I took as a bad word. This is my view, way of thinking, which I learned. Yeah, over to you.
so. Thank you, my dear friend, Toastmaster Kasi sir, for not giving back the knife at the right time. Okay. So, any other answer, any other perspective? What will you do?
So from my side, I will give back the knife to the my friend. So what? So we are not aware what is there. The my friend is having. They are also they are very tension on whether they need to uh, tear any of the rice packet. So that kind of also they very much uh, angry on that. So if that is the case, maybe I can give the knife to them.
Give the knife back to the friend. Any other answer?
Yeah, I would like to. I'm just elaborating Mani's view. What if we need to rescue a person who is trying to strangle themselves, self suicide or something? Or what if there is an animal that needs to be rescued from a trap? So the that concerned person, that friend of mine, could be angry over the person who had set the trap, and he wants to free that animal, or he wants to help the person who wants to suicide themselves. So he's asking, you are nearby and you have the knife, and he's taller and stronger than you. So he wants to help the person, save the person. So that could be the situation. No, he's emotional because he wants to help a person or an animal.
That's a
You're
good perspective.
Mhm.
Depending on the situation, I
Depending
get
on the situation.
more details
Or
from friend so that I can give the knife or not. If it is in the good cause, I can give back the knife.
Yeah. Or he wants to vent out an anger on someone, so he wants to use the knife. You can yeah, instead of venting out on a real person, you can vent out on things, no, on tree or something. You can yell their name and stab the tree or cut the tree.
Psychological decision.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Toastmaster Ephraim, for your perspective. So we will go for the next question, and then I'll go to a general evaluator for the next segment. So last question from my side for decision making. Imagine now you are a doctor. Okay, you are a doctor, and you have 5 patients who are critically ill. You have only 5 medicines. These are not common medicines like paracetamol. These are all critical medicines. So only 5 medicines you have in your hospital, and 4 patients need those 5 medicines so that they can be saved. And the last 5th patient needs all the 5 medicines to save him. So 4 patients needed 5 medicines, and the last 5th patient needed all the 5 medicines to save. So as a doctor, what kind of decision do you make? Do you want to save the 4, or do you want to go for the 5th one? The stage is yours. Now I'm welcoming doctors to make a decision.
Okay, I will take this one. I will look. The fifth one is a kid. Like if it is a small kid, I will go for a fifth one. Because the 4 people are like already they enjoyed their life. They are in a 70 plus means I will go for a fifth one. This is my one of the view. Or in the 5, who is the younger one? I always pick for the younger means like not for like 20 plus. Nowadays 20 also they enjoyed their life. They are going in extreme level. I will go who is the kid level. I will pick for that one. Thank you. Next.
So thank you, dear friend Toastmaster Kasi sir. So he wants to save a kid or a younger one. If the 5th one is a kid or a younger one, I'll go with the younger one to save. So any other answer? Want to save the 4 or the 5th one?
Hi, THIRUMURUGAN. Sorry for disturbing. We already crossed 20 minutes. We have 3 speeches, 3 evaluation topic session. So,
Okay.
time is moving on. Thank you.
Okay. So if I'm not wrong, for the general evaluator, over to Toastmaster Francis.
Thank you, THIRUMURUGAN sir. That was a very thoughtful question. I have my answers. Definitely, I will say it in the end of the conversation. And hi, guys. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will be the general evaluator, and I will be evaluating everything that take places throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participants on the meeting program, looking for examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, and observation and performance of the duties. So the today's R counter and grammarian will be Toastmaster Ephraim, and we have our timer DTM Tina Pathasarthi, and we have our speakers. Don't worry, guys. This is my first time as a general evaluator in this much of in 2 years. This is the first time I'm being a general evaluator, so I'm kind of a total nervous. my mind says one thing and my words are different things. So just hold on with it. So okay, and today's speakers will be today's speakers. We have speaker one, Nasiga, who is
Francis, you can go ahead and read your script. Introduce Ephraim for our counter grammarian, then introduce me. We will read out the
Okay.
objectives.
Yeah, ma'am. I have done it, ma'am. I have introduced everybody.
Okay, so
Counter.
I need to read the instructions for timer.
Okay.
Did
Yes, ma'am.
Ephraim read the objectives for a grammarian and our counter? Is it done?
No, FMC, it's a
Okay.
new.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
So,
Ephraim,
okay.
you can go ahead and introduce your our counter and grammarian script, and then I will introduce the timer, please.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'll be your R counter and grammarian. As R counter, my purpose is to note your words, sounds, and your filler words, and a repetition of your phrases. At the end of the meeting, I'll provide my report. And as grammarian, I'll be noting down any improper language as well as use of vocabulary, outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. And as your grammarian for today, I'll be introducing the word of the day, which is deliberate, which means intentionally or carefully thought about. I encourage everyone to use this word during the meeting. Some simple ways to use it are: she made a deliberate effort to improve. And the judges will deliberate before the results. That's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Francis.
So now I'm introducing our timer of the meeting. It is our precious DTM, Tina Parthasarathi.
Hi, myself, Tina here, and I'll be the timer for today. And as timer, I'm going to note down the timings for the speakers. For timing limit is 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes is going to be green, 6 minutes is going to be yellow, and 7 minutes is going to be red. For table topics, it is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, I'm going to raise green. 1.5 minutes is going to be yellow, and 2 minutes is going to be green. And same for evaluation, it is 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes I'll be raising green, and 2.5 minutes is going to be yellow, and 3 minutes is going to be red. For all the speakers, that is from speech conclusion or the evaluation or the table topic speakers, everyone will be given a grace period of 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. So let me share the timer cards alone so that you'll be aware of what colors will be shown. 1 minute. So this will be the green, it will be raised. And yellow for the medium limit. And red will be for the upper limit. When you see this red card, you have to count your 30 seconds for yourself to wrap up your speech within 30 seconds. So with this, let me come up with the report again when my general evaluator, Toastmaster Francis, is calling me back again. Go ahead, Francis. Thank you.
So I over to you, team of the day, THIRUMURUGAN, sir.
Now we go for the speech segment. I call the evaluator 1 to introduce the speech of speaker 1, Narasingha. Evaluator 1.
Thank you, TMOD. Thirumurugan sir. I'm going to introduce my target speaker. before announcing his name, I want to give two lines about where he is living. Everybody knows Pune. Pune transformed from a historical capital of Marathi Empire. It is a capital of Marathi Empire into a major IT and education, automotive, and startup. So there is a big place in Pune, and Pune transformation into a thriving educational and IT hub in the result of deliberate planning and visionary leadership. So where he lives in Pune is a data science. We know everybody is running beyond the AI data analytics. Even day by day, even yesterday, my three-year-old kid, he was using AI, asking something. I got surprised. So where we are currently and where we are going. So that is the data analytics. None other than our Narsinga. He is from Pondicherry and stayed in Pune, and it is a big company and farmer. So he's working for a farmer product. So it is our blood and butter, means like what we are doing and what we are trying to improvise for a farmer. He is supporting. That is the company what he is doing for helping for the company and farmers. His speech title is "One Decision Can Change Your Life." The speech title is again "One Decision Can Change Your Life." Project Connect with the Storytelling. Level 3 Evaluate Visionary Communication. Again, I'm repeating the project title Connect with the Storytelling. Level 3 Evaluate Visionary Communication. Is a speech subjective to demonstrate how to single decision can significantly influence a person's future by sharing a real life story and highlighting the lessons learned from the experience. The speech length going to be 5 to 7 minutes. I'm Kasinathan. He is evaluator. Today's he is evaluator. With the speech title, I'm handing to TMOD. The speech title again: One decision can change your life. What you TMOD?
So now I call the speaker one, Toastmaster Narasingha, to share his one decision can change your life.
Thank you, TMOD THIRUMURUGAN. Thank you to Toastmaster Kasi for the warm introduction to remembering all the previous thing. What about my life journey, everything. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, I'll start my speech now. Have you ever made decisions? It seems like a small at the time, but years later, you will realize that change your entire life. I hope everybody have the decision in our life, right? There was a famous quote told by Jeff Bezos. In life, at the end of our life is sum of our choices. In end of our life is sum of our choices. Okay, today I'm going to share a few decisions that changed my life. I'm happy to share in the Sunday morning. So whenever looking the big successful people, right, we always see the achievements. Oh, Elon Musk have the billionaires, or he's the first biggest man in the entire world, right? But we always not seeing what are the decision he took. So even the decision sometimes small or bigger decision, or sometimes maybe the failures. You can see that Elon Musk have lots of failure decisions, but right now he is the, for example, everybody, right? So that I'm going to share a few of the decisions, what I choose my life, where I'm standing here. Okay. So first one, I'm going to tell about my college story, how I choose my college. Okay, everyone can relate, right? So when I was in my school, after my completing my school, I don't have any idea where we need to go join, which department you need to choose, where you going to study. I don't have any idea. So I have applied all the things. What are the choices we have? I have applied all the things, even engineering, medical, arts and science. So I have applied for engineering counseling. I have applied for based on the medical, based on my quota, based on my cutoff point. I have applied medical. Even I have arts and science. Finally, I didn't get any good college from medical and engineering. I have moved to for the arts and science. In Chennai, means my brother suggested go study in Chennai. This is a good exposure to city. You're going to learn everything. So I have applied all the colleges: Loyola, Guru Nanak, Presidency, MCC. All the what are the top 4 colleges? I have applied everything. So finally, I got the seats from the Guru Nanak and the Loyola College. So I don't have any idea what domain we need to choose. Right, my brother suggested go study plant biology and biotechnology. It's somehow related to medical field. Somehow you go into and finally can choose your preferred field. So I have joined Loyola College. Even I got the Guru Nanak, but based on the 2 colleges, I have selected Loyola because of better than Guru Nanak. I went for Loyola. I have joined plant biology and biotechnology. I have studied 3 months. The entire 3 months, what I felt, so it's not my cup of tea. So what I realized, I'm not good in the communications, even I'm good in the English, right? So the entire subject was English. Even the staff teaching the subject, right? The biological term, it's able to remember the biological term, even the lab, even the drawing, even the creating the documentation notes. It's very difficult for me. What I thought, I have myself, I realized I'm good in maths because of I have scored 190 out of 200. I thought, okay, I'm good in the maths. I went for the principal. I asked him, can I get any maths related subject, maths department? My principal told, this is a big decision, but I don't know, right? I asked my principal, can I get the maths department? He told, there is a statistics department. It's almost related to maths, but I don't know any idea what is statistics. So somehow, okay, let's join because of with some more maths, we can get this good score, right? So after 3 months, I moved to statistics department, Bachelor of Statistics. I don't have any idea what is statistics. Even the 12th standard, I have ignored my last subject, the probability, right? Because we can score without probability syllabus, we can score more marks from the previous syllabus. Well, I have studied statistics. Somehow it's a good, and early stages, I didn't realize how important that. The same colleges, I have applied the master in the statistics. PG also I have applied it. I have covered 5 years. I have good knowledge in the statistics. So when I looking back in this AI era, the statistics the key area for the AI, right? So I proud myself. Okay, God things are made. It beyond the choice. I move to the proper department. So somehow coming the good decisions. So second decision I want to tell choosing the career. So after completing my college, it was 2020, the peak Corona time. I didn't get any good company in my campus. So I waited around 6 to 1 year for getting the good company. Before joining, I have the 4 offer letters. One is the Django developer, one is the tester, another is the data analyst, another is some from Chennai only, Gindi, Pengalur, and Soinallur. One is from the Mumbai. So what I thought, the data analysis is my core syllabus. So I plan to let's go explore the Mumbai because I don't know languages. I don't know. I never went the outside of my Tamil Nadu states. Let's go and explore what will be the situation. Even let's see now. I don't have any. Let's spend 6 months. If it is suit for me, you can continue. Otherwise, discontinue. Come to the Chennai explore. So I have luckily went Mumbai. I have served 2.5 years over there. Made me realize what the choices I took, the data science career. So right now I have moved into my second company as a John Deere. The first company is gave the strength and skills to choose the big MNC company. So what are the choices made, right? Instead of going Django developer or tester or any BPO, I'm sure I'm not coming this range, right? Right now I'm a lead data scientist. So in this AI era with the data science positions, it's very good to have, right? So I'm proud myself. I have took good decisions. So what I'm trying to say, even when we realize, but that's coming with our intention, our decision, right? When we realize that we are making small decisions, but if we try to postpone or if we're thinking we can do next time, we lose the entire big thing in our life, right? If I go, let's say example, if I go to move any some developer or testers, I'm damn sure I'm not this position, right? I went for the challenges. I took for the uncomfortable zone. I made the decision I can be came here the good position. So over to TMOD. Have you ever made small decision that made big decision, make big changes in your life? Over to TMOD. Thank you all.
Can we have a round of applause for the first speaker?
So now I call speaker number, sorry, the evaluator to Narasinga. So he's also the speaker for the first one. Okay. So Narasinga to introduce speaker Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster THIRUMURUGAN. My target speaker is Toastmaster Muthu. His project is a member to practice developing and presenting a long speech. Just I quickly read his objective. He's Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1. Speak for professionally. Speech title is Your Key to Success. Timing is 18 to 22 minutes. So all the best. Over to TMOD Toastmaster THIRUMURUGAN. Sorry, THIRUMURUGAN, I have disturbed in the between because of the timing is 20 to 25 minutes. That's why I interrupted initially. Over to TMOD.
Narsinga, can you tell me what is the timing limits for the second speaker?
18 to 22 minutes.
18 to 22. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks for the information, Toastmaster Narasinga. So because of your speaker, so you need to aware me that I have to cut short the first session. So that's a brilliant decision. Okay. So now I call upon the big speaker, okay, because he is going to speak for 18 to 22 minutes. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Muthu.
Everyone, please wait. Let me share my screen.
Sure, Muthu. Let me know once you start so that I can.
Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. You can have the timing.
1 minute. Let me. Okay, done. Yes, Muthu.
A very good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests, and thank you so much for being here to this session. And it is my privilege to be with you today and share some of these ideas that will take you to the next level. And that is what we always wanted to do, right? Otherwise, we will come out with this kind of things, right? Now, this session is based on the book that Jack Canfield bestseller, the success principles, how to get from that you are to where you want to be. That is what this workshop is about. Creating the life of your dreams, both personally and professionally. Now, how many of you read this book, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield? Can I see raise on hand? Okay. So it doesn't matter. So it's a wonderful, wonderful book. It could change the course of your life. I reckon you read this book if you haven't done. Now, today I'll be teaching you a system of success, but first I would like to share the number one principle of success in this short time we are together. So today, as we go through this, our main objective is to learn how to go farther, faster, with more impact, more profit, and less struggle, so that we can do more, produce more, have more income, more fun, more profit, and less struggle. Wouldn't that be great if we just do that? Now, how we do this? Just like this, just like a little mouse break out the maze and strike to the cheese without getting caught. Now, would you like a long road to success or short road to success? So I would prefer a short road, and you all should prefer a short road. Why would go other way? So straight to the maze, right? Now, can we get started with some cartoons so that we can be about mind? Now, today's Sunday. Have you ever asked this question? Why is the weekend only 2 days? And have you ever went crazy like this? Why? Why is the weekend only 2 days? Now, today's Sunday. How many of you like this? Waking up is one thing, leaving the bed is the real challenge. Today, big challenge. Now, kids these days, just open it and read it, and you don't need it possible. It's called a book. A mountain student, your phone is not really smart until it can take a selfie of itself. Hope we'll find the true smartphone soon. Now, your father to his son, you can name her whatever you like, but be sure it's something you can remember, because you will be using it as security question answer for the rest of your life. Now, I just went to cartoons, so to free up our mind so that we can focus more on the content today. Now, this person, Warren Hudson, he was a US chess champion and the author of the book, One Move at a Time. He's saying, success to me is like a combination to the law. He also said, it doesn't matter who you are, male or female, black or white, having high IQ, low IQ, doesn't matter which country you are living in. If you know the combination to the lock has to be open. But the problem is that some of us are missing some of the numbers, we may be having the right numbers in the wrong order. In either case, the lock won't open because we need to follow the system. The system, what we are able to learn is like a combination to the success, the fundamental of the system. Now, in the book, The Success Principles, there are 67 principles of success. 67. That's a lot. That's something we can master it in a year or two. But in this short period of time, we are together, we're going to discuss about the number one principle. I'll tell you what. Because it is a necessary building block of the success. Now, I want all of you to close your eyes and imagine if you were sitting 3 years from today, and you were to look back over those 3 years today, and what would have had to have happened for you to feel happy about your progress. Just write that down. Or if you can just imagine it in your mind. Now, whatever it is possible. Because one of the success principles says, believe it is possible. So basically, how we do that, we need to learn the system of success, because there are hundreds of thousands of people have done this before. So which means you can do that as well. I can do that as well. Now, Jack Canfield has written a book called Living the Success Principles. Actually, it's a compilation of two inspiring stories of people who have used the success principles and achieved extraordinary results using the principles. Now, I'm sharing this with you not to impress about the success principles or impress about Jack Canfield, but to impress upon you that someone somewhere can do that. You can do that well. Now, if I drop a pin, it will fall down. It has never floated in my life, and it will never will. Now, this principle are like that. They works all the time. They works like that gravity. It works exactly the same. Now, the thing is, it's not about brain power, it's about knowing how to use your brain to get the thing you want. Now, if you know this principle, like you can take advantage of others over others. Now, you know this person, Jim Rohn, famous motivational speaker, author, will say, you can't hire other people to do your push-ups for you. I love that quote. I can hire you to do push-ups for me. Now I can't expect you to go to gym so that I get bigger muscles. That's not going to happen. Of course, you can delegate certain things, but not everything. I can expect you to meditate for me so that I get higher conscious. That's not going to happen. So all things you are about to learn, you have to do. Then only you can feel the success. Now it's meant to be. It's up to me. Now what I want all of you to do is unmute and repeat this with me on a count of 3. Now, 1, 2. Let's all say, if it's meant to be, it's
Meant
up
to be.
If it's
It's-
meant to be, it's up to me.
It's up to me.
It's up to
It's-
you. Yeah, that's right. Now, what this means? This means most people are not interested in your success. Have you ever noticed that? They just don't care. Have you ever noticed the person sitting next to you on a bus or plane? They just don't care who you are, whether you are successful or not. They just don't care. So if you want to be successful, it's really all up to you. Now, I want you to take notes, and we're going to go pretty quickly from here, because what we're going to say is really, really important. Now, the number one principle says, take 100% responsibility for your life and results. Now, out of this 22 minutes, we're going to see this number one principle. Now, I told you in the book, the success principle, there are 67 principles of success. But if you just get this one, you are true. But if you miss this principle and you get all the other 66, then you are not. You are not. Because this is really, really important. Now, this is the foundation principle of everything. Take 100% responsibility for your life and results. It doesn't say 99%. It says 100%. Now, what this means, there is only one person in this whole world who is responsible for everything that happens to you. And that person is no other than you. If you want to be successful, you have to be 100% responsible. Now, what this means? This means you have to give all blaming, all complaining, all excuse making, and stop looking at the world saying, if the world were different, I would be better off. This means you have to take responsibility for everything that happens to you. You have to acknowledge that you are the creator of all your experiences. It includes the results you produce in your life, your achievements, your success, your failure, the level of your health, your physical fitness, your income, your debts, your finances, even your emotions, and literally everything else. So you are 100% responsible, but it's not easy. Now you may say that it is unfair. How can I take 100% responsibility for everything that happens to me? But the one who assume 100% responsibility for their lives and themselves are the highest achievers in every field. They're the highly paid athletes. They are highly successful entrepreneurs. So if you want to be successful, you have to assume 100% responsibility. Nothing less will do. Now, I want you to act as if you are 100% responsible, because 99% is difficult, 100% is easy. So act as if even if you are not, even if you think you are 100% responsible, assume that you are 100% responsible. Because when you assume, when you accept that you are 100% responsible, your life becomes much more easier. Now, there is a little formula called, I would like to share with you. I want to deliberately imprint this in your mind. I want to deliberately note this somewhere because this is really, really important. It's called the law of life. It is also called the formula for success. It says E plus R equal to 4. It literally means E stands for the events in your life, and R stands for the response you have for the event, and O stands for the outcomes you get in your life. It literally means the events in your life, things that happens to you in your life, plus the response you have for the event, for the event that produces the outcome you get in your life. The outcomes are how healthy you are, how wealthy you are, how good your relationships are, etc., etc. Now, what most people do when they don't get the outcome, they blame the event. They blame the event. Blaming the event does not give you a different outcome. So the power is in your response. You have to change your response to get the outcome you want. That's what the word responsibility comes from. Your ability to change your response. Now the thing is, if you keep experimenting with your response, you will find the response that produces the outcomes you want. That's the kind of experiment. You have to try many things. You have to take risks so that you will produce the result you want. You know what? Why most people don't do that? Because change requires discomfort. Now, Richard Branson, one of the chess man always said, if you are not feeling a little bit scared every day, and you are not growing, so it's better to be out of your comfort zone. Now, the formula E plus R equal to O is like 2 plus 2 equal to 4. Now, if you are not happy with the outcome 4, all you have to do is change your response. All you have to do is change your response to a different number so that you will get a different outcome. Here, all you have to do is change your response to a different number, 3, so that you will get a different outcome, 5 instead of 4. The same thing applies to your life. If you don't like something, all you have to do is change your response, because pandemic happens, recession happens, economic fallout happens. So what these are things that we have no control over, but all we have control over is the situations, is our response. So our response determines the outcomes we get in your life. So instead of blaming, complaining, we should focus on changing the response to get the outcome we want, because the power is in our response. Now, do you know this person? Anyone?
Abraham Lincoln.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Sorry.
Okay. So we all know that he's do you remember his famous speech, I have a complaint? Anyone? Anyone? So it's okay.
I have a dream.
My dear I have a dream, my dear brothers and sisters.
Yeah. So exactly. He said, I have a dream. But he had a lot to complain about. You know, his church were burned out. He had a lot to complain about. But he never said, I have a complaint, but he said, I have a dream. He understood that not to put energy on what he don't want. He said, I have a dream. He said, I have a dream, all girls and boys, no matter what their color, race, religion, background, they judge by the quality of their character, not by the color of their skin. He understood not to put energy on what he don't want, but to focus on what he wants. So don't focus on complaining, blaming, excuse making. Start focusing on your goals, focusing on your visions, focus on affirmations, and think about what you want all the time. Think about what you are going to do with other people. So always focus on what you want, not on what you want. So if you want to be successful in your life, you have to be all blaming, all complaining, all justifying, all defending, and most importantly, all excusing. Today, I would like to share a story, another story with you. You know this kid named Matty Christie. He was interviewed when he was 11 years old. You know, the interesting thing about this kid was, born with no arms past the elbow and no legs past the knee. As you could see in the picture, he doesn't have both the arms and both the legs. But please, a picture in the Little League baseball team in New York. The team which he pitched on became the second in the state final. That's good. That's how he was. They have lost to another team at the final. Otherwise, they would have won the championship. When he was interviewed, no, do you think does this boy have the right to complain about something? Absolutely. A lot of excuses he could have easily made. He could have dwelled on God is unfair. This should not have happened to me. It could not have gone like this. But what this, when he was interviewed, he said, it's not an obstacle, it's simply a problem. So say it's simply a problem to solve. He also said you have to become solution oriented. And we also said you have to give up all your excuses. Can you think about this? Can you imagine a kid with no arms and no legs has nothing to complain about? That's the attitude we need to have also. So we need to give up all your excuses, and we need to have some solution oriented. And most importantly, we need to find a solution for every problems. Now, Muhammad Ali, one of the biggest wrestler of all time, once said, "Impossible is a big word thrown around by small people who find it easier to live in a world that they have been given than to explore the power they have changing." He said, "Impossible is not a fact; it's just an opinion. So don't believe in impossible, always believe I am possible." So go make your vision a reality. We can do that. If someone can do that, we can do that. Put all your limitations one side, focus on what you want. Do some little steps, take tiny steps. Sooner or later, you'll be able to get from where you are to where you want. If you learn the proven principles of success, you'll be able to this person, you have to go to one side. Keep the person in hands responsible for most of your trouble. Say whatever. You know who is this person. So we all need to stop blaming, stop complaining. Probably that's not possible in a day, but we can reduce it bit by bit so that someday we'll be a better person than we are today. Now, so these are some of the things we all complain about, You all complain about economy, prices, Wall Street, traffic, weather, public system, China. These are some of the things we always blame. So do you know that these are things outside of your control? Blaming these things will always take our support away. So these are the things, 99% of this we cannot control. Blaming the things out of your control makes us to play a victim. So instead of to focus on solutions. So we only have 3 responses. We have control over only 3 responses. That the thoughts we think is the thoughts we think within ourselves and allow the images we visualize within ourselves, and also daydream and behaviors. That is what we say, how we say. That is our actions. So these are only 3 things we have control over in our life. So if we can have control over these 3 things, we can be able to produce great results in our life. Finally, I would like to end my speech with this statistics. This person, John Houglin, a Harvard-trained physicist, he also featured in the movie Secret. He said, the power of intention to create something or achieve something is magnified by the number of people holding the same intention. It simply means if 10 of us are holding the same intention, the force field is 100. If 100 of us are holding the same intention, the force field is 1,000. That is, if more and more people hold the same thought, then it becomes the reality for us. So we can make use of this information. So in our family, all 4 of us or 6 of us have the same intention. We can create a beautiful right? To fill with fun and harmony and well, the same thing we can apply in our work. We can meditate for the world peace, and so we need to have the same kind of intentions that we can produce greater results. So with that, I'm ending the speech and
Can we have a round of applause for the second speaker? This has been very effective, where you will learn the art of public speaking, of giving an education session, presenting your PPT in a deep detail, and done some research. Very well done, Muthu. I love the part what you have conveyed with, the practical activity example and everything. That was super duper good. Thank you so much for that effort.
Just a minute, Tina, ma'am. I have one teeny tiny question
Sure.
to Muthu. On your last slide, Muthu,
yes,
on your last slide, you had
Yes.
mentioned E plus R equal to O.
Yes.
What does that mean? Or
So
was there?
E stands for the events, and R stands for the response, and O stands for the outcome. So it literally means events. That is, the things happens to you every day. The things happens to you in your life, plus the response you have over the events happens to you, produces the outcomes you have in your life. So it literally means what happens to you, and plus the response you have for that produces the outcomes you get in your life. For example, today the weather report calls for a rain. You forget you just didn't care about it, and you left the umbrella in your home, but you will end up soaked at your office. That is an event. You have a response not taking the umbrella, and they end up soaked. Another example could be this time you take the next day you take the umbrella carefully. This time you will not end up soaked. So it's all in your response.
Got it, Muthu, sir. Thank you.
Tinamam, I want to highlight one point regarding the speech. Muthu is given a detailed, even I also felt in the middle of the speech that he collected a lot of information and time based. But the one thing what I needed from Muthu, that he always comes for a evaluation or a speech. He is not coming for a TMOD role or a timer role, something like some gaps are there. I request him to join for the taking that roles also. We will learn a lot of things, because even TMOD also, if you are going to give through this kind of session, it will be helpful for us. Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, Kasi. Thank you so much. We will have that feedback. Once we are doing the closing, people will give you the information to all the members. Thank you so much for the invite. And over to THIRUMURUGAN sir to call the next speaker.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. The slides are deliberately prepared to convey your message, and my hearty thanks to you for 18 minutes plus speech. Now it's time to call Evaluator 3, Muthu again, to call our speaker and to introduce our speaker's project details. So Toastmaster Muthu, Evaluator number 3.
Most of the can you confirm my audibility?
You are visible, but your audio is not.
How is that audible?
It is
Okay.
voice is low a little bit.
Again, very good morning, dear Toastmasters and this. Now, my target speaker, Toastmaster Mani, is doing level 1 project introduction to vocal variety and body language. And his speech title is How to Prepare to Achieve Our Targets. Now, let me read out his speech objective. The purpose of the project is for Toastmaster Mani practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. Timer, please note down the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Mani. Back to you, Toastmaster.
So thank you, Toastmaster and evaluator, Toastmaster Muthu. Now it's time to call, yes, he's already there, speaker number 3, Toastmaster Mani, and all the best for you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, THIRUMURUGAN. So, good morning, Toastmaster and respected guests. So, I am Toastmaster Manigandan. Basically, I am a supply chain professional, specialized in demand and supply planning. So, today I would like to talk about the question. So, many of us faced in your life at once, how to achieve our targets. So, I believe everyone asked inside yourself, right? How to achieve our targets, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So every year people set some target for themselves. So someone wants to get the promotion. So someone wants to learn the new things. So someone wants to healthier their life, and someone wants to sort the business. But most of the people set the target, but few of them only achieve that. Do you know? Because it is not all about intelligent. It is not about all about talent. It is all about luck. It's the difference of preparation. So I would like to share an interesting story of about a young woodcutter. On the first day of work, he have cut down 18 trees, and his boss was impressed and he praised him with the performance. By the motivation, the next day, the young woodcutter cut down 15 trees. On the third day, even he put more and more effort, and the result is he just cut only 10 trees. And he have very frustrated, he confused, and he go to the boss and they explain the situation. Even he put more effort, but the result is worse. And the boss listened carefully, and then he replied, so when you have sharpened your axe lastly. So the young woodcutter asked replied to the boss, I'm very busy to cut the tree. I never have a time to sharpen the axe. So the moral of a story is very powerful. So we spend most of the time on the hard work. We are spending very less time on the preparation. We focus on the action, but we ignore the preparation, right? So, like a young woodcutter, we needed to sharpen our axe. So, we need a right skill and knowledge and mindset to hit our target. So, the preparation is start from the targets. Preparation is start from the target. So, imagine when you go into the taxi and inform to the driver, go somewhere else. The driver get confused. So we need to set the target perfectly. So when you look on the high level people, they set the target very clearly and create the roadmap to achieve them. So in this case, people like us, we need to set the target perfectly. And setting the target is not an enough. We need a perfect plan. So perfect plan in the sense there is a one history in the planning. There is a mission to send the human to the moon. So at the time, so people were thought it is not possible, but with the thousands of scientists and then engineers and workers, they have worked together, and they have bifurcated the critical stuff into small stuff, and then they achieved, and finally the human being has stepped into the moon. That is the kind of planning. And the most preparation on and the third one, the most preparation on is consistency. So some people set the target based on the enthusiasm and then exceptional, but on when we come into, if there is any if it is not working, they will leave it as. So the consistency work who is continues even though the progress is very low. So when consider the bamboo tree, the farmer seeded the bamboos and pour the water for a year. After multiple years, the bamboo tree will grow very little. It look like it's nothing is happened. But inside the roots, it's spreading across the, and then the root will be very strong. In few days, in after the few months, it stood up very long and go into remarkable height. So that's the thing. It's because of uh, lack of preparation. So when it comes to life is like the same way. We no need to focus on the result. So once Abraham Lincoln told that if you give the 6 minutes of time, he took 4 minutes to sharpen the axe. So from that quote, we can easily understand that preparation is very important to achieve the target. So when you next time when you fix the target, do not focus on the result. Just focus on the preparation. When the preparation meet the opportunity, success is not a matter of, it's a matter of time. So that's all. I'm uh, just completing my speech, and over to you, Toastmaster Thirumurugan.
I want to highlight one point here. Sorry, TMOD. He took a lot of example to give now the proper one, but he missed a biryani. Biryani is in a end up completing. It will be extremely good, but the preparation will take a lot of time. So I felt like Abraham Lincoln, another example and all, maybe being in a foodie and Tamilan, like he missed it. But it was an excellent speech, and thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Money, for your speech. And now we have completed all the 3 speeches and the 3 speakers with different timings. So now let's go back to the decision making. So one more question for you people. So then we'll go for the evaluation segment. You receive a harsh message from a colleague. You receive a harsh message from a colleague. What will you do?
Maybe I will answer this question.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So hope I'm visible. Okay. So I had an opportunity yesterday, the same instant which happened in my review meeting with my manager. And there was one of the colleague, that's my HR, who was sitting next to me, and he's also one of the important factor in our office. Since it's a small concern, we all, discuss together and come up with a decision. And there was a harsh point which laid on my, point of researching of leads and all those things. So what I did was before Toastmaster, it was like very anxious and angry person. But after practicing a lot of things, I had a point of giving that positive, constructive evaluation for him. I told him that, yes, sir, I accept the fact. Yes, it's my fault. I'll take it over. But there are few points which I would wanted to highlight, that these are some of the areas where I have worked. I've given you the results. So please go back, do the research once again, and come up with an evaluation, or you wanted to give us a feedback. Please let me know what are the other points where I have missed out. So can you reconsider and come back? So that's the point where I gave the answer. And immediately my manager was seeking that, ma'am, after the meeting, he came out and he said, ma'am, it was very appreciable. And I know that you have done a lot of efforts. But I saw that where Mr. HR has done his mistake, and I need to sit and give him the evaluation right now. So after the meeting, after all these discussion, there was another meeting which held on one-on-one to my manager and to my HR. And after that meeting, the HR came out and said, yes, ma'am, that is my fault. I did not do the research on my thing. It's overview that I have given it, on point. And I told him it's very important that you go back and think once again or do it multiple times what you need to highlight a point to the opposite person and then come up with a solution. Don't go straight away for a solution to an opposite person where you need to find fault. So take that mindset whenever you are, having it on an opposite person. Then HR said he felt very sorry, and I told him, no need to be sorry. This is a learning for you. So I believe this point worked out for me yesterday, which happened. So I believe you have to start learning all these things one by one, I believe. And that too, especially in a corporate and people where, they are literally waiting that someone wanted to be down. We need to have this kind of mindset so that we will be helpful for ourselves in our life, I believe. Thank you so much.
So thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Tina ma'am, for your wonderful experience and thoughtful reply to your HR. And even you mentioned that because of Toastmasters, you developed lots of qualities and you gave a patient reply. So anyone else wants to try the same question? Or shall we go for the general evaluator so that he can evaluate? Or one more tiny question about decision making. Okay, I can ask you a question. So have you ever went to an ice cream parlor? So you are going to an ice cream parlor, you had a mindset that you are going to have strawberry. But when you enter into the ice cream parlor and somebody has chocolate, so you change your decision to chocolate. So why does it happen? Or will you go only with strawberry? Or when you see something else, why do you change the decision? Any perspective regarding this so that we can go for the general evaluation?
I will take this one. Yesterday, like it's happened for me. So I was looking for a chocolate, but my kid was asking a strawberry. So due to my kid, I have to change my, like it is not a my decision. My decision got failed. Some cases means that through my family, it is not from other side, like from other people. That is, so not only me. I believe that each and every person, like sacrificing their kids or a wife or father mother, they are doing like a lot of changes. Every time is going to happen. That I like when the question happened. I like the example yesterday. What happened? It's that is what I felt. I'm sharing that. Thank you.
Anyone else wants to try the ice cream? Okay, it's time now. I call upon General Evaluator Toastmaster Francis to do the further process. Toastmaster Francis, over to you now.
Francis is not there. Tina ma'am?
Francis is not around. Okay, not a problem. So let me take it over and we'll have the first speaker, evaluator, Toastmaster Kasi, to read out the evaluation for your target speaker, Toastmaster Narsi.
Yeah. I'm audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you. Good morning. Sorry. Yes. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and fellow guest. Today, I had a pleasure to evaluate Narasimha's speech title, "One Decision Can Change Your Life." he started beautifully with the question. That is the important thing, how to engage the audience. The pulse of audience he took in a first point, and made us reflect on how our decision shape our future. In raising the question, next he went to like audience pulse, like the most of the audience who knows very well Elon Musk, what he achieved, where he are in currently. Even one of his kid name also he put it for Indian name, and one of his employee also started like Tamilan. He started where he learned from Elon Musk, and he made a startup. That company name is a Tycoon. You know that it is a popular company in India. So through the learning and decision making from a struggle to success, that is a good point he made. He highlighted for us. The same way, like after completing his 12th, Narasimha, how he picked, how like what I thought when he was telling that how he chose his college, like everyone has like confusions, because we need for uh, decision making, or not for decision making, it's a guidance. Everybody is looking for a guidance. Even one of our famous director Jananathan, or a Paranmay director, he also said he was a top score in a 10th, but nobody is there to guide which course has to take in the 12th or college. He missed and he became a director. The same way, after completing his 12th, he struggled to pick the subject, but later his brother, he given a choice and took the course. And even there also, like he picked the two colleges. One is Loyola College, which is famous, and I don't know how he picked it, the college and the course as well as. So statistics, it is most of the people don't know about the statistics. It's a very very important thing. And how he like he said in that initial period, uh, like due to the communication, how he is going to make it success. But what he did it, he learned and he tried it. That is what I learned from him. He struggled. I felt like I am the same person. Even and when I was in a BSc, morning 5 o'clock I used to wake in my during my college. My roommate is English medium. I'm a Tamil medium. I used to ask what is a his, or this, these. So where we have to use, what is the meaning? The same way I struggled. I felt like when he given a story, I felt like we also faced, like I also faced the same struggle. I did it BSc and MSc, the same struggle he had, and even one confident I got from him. He made a decision, his own decision, that he went to his professor and now asked, like I want to do, like I want to change the course, something related to mathematics. So that much of confident he made in that age itself. I never seen kind of people, but I saw that, and he successfully completed his BSc and master degree. That is a very good thing. And the second point what I learned, for the 4 offers, it is a big companies. Even like father, mother, brother, everybody they will tell, and even our friends, where we are our friends, they will choose to stay there only. But he made a decision that his career growth, he chose very well in Mumbai, because even I always like Mumbai because of the education and the culture, and as well as for the environment. We will learn a lot of things because our economics, like our India's economic growth is there only. But later we are there in Chennai also. But he like leaving his friends and family, going for his career growth. There is a good change in his life, and even he made a good decision. That is the excellent thing. And next is these are all a positive point, and everybody like enjoyed and related our life and our story also. The recommendation what I can say, when you're going a presentation, like let's say imagine you're going for a CTO meeting, or your delivery head meeting. Our interaction will be like gestures, like our yeah I can say like his face reaction and the way of narrative, this and all. Okay, very excellent. I like it. the one thing is the gestures and gestures is very important. That somewhat he has to improve. Other than that, overall, Narsinga's delivery and inspiring speech that like encouraged us to make decision confidently and accept their outcomes, whatever it is. Uh, be Try it and accept it, and like when you are going to accept it, like in he made a decision that he want to change the course, and he successfully completed BSc and master. So we choose, we have to do it successfully, and he is in a big company and big position. The same way each and everyone has to take uh, the change, has to accept it, and we have to work hard and success. That is what I learned. Thank you, Narsinga. Your speech is extremely nice and great. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much. And can we have Ephraim and to read out the report for our counter and grammar?
Can I go? Or-
Oh,
Hello.
so sorry. Toastmaster Narsinga to read the evaluation for your target speaker, Toastmaster Muthu. Extremely sorry, Narsinga.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Thank you. Before going my evaluation, I want to thanks to Toastmaster Kasi. So Kasi picked the okay. It was excellent. Yeah, he noted each and everything minute. He came up with a concise evaluation. I'm very happy to get that feedback. Thank you, Toastmaster Kasi. But I want to make sure you took the second speech from my speech. He converted to his speech. It was too elaborated, too details. Thank you so much, Kasi. So I go to for my second speaker as a Toastmaster Muthu. He completed his level 5 project 1. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Muthu. That was excellent speech. You have created, I felt it's a kind of education session. You made into 18 to 22 minutes. I was worried what you're going to speak, how you're going to engage the audience, right? So you have deliberately handled the audience with the finger point. So what are the things I want to notice? The logical flow. So when he showed the PPT, right, the PPT is not too messy. So it was only single word, single picture, single few things. So logical flow from the beginning to ending, it was the good continuous flow. People can easily understand or get the what you're currently saying instead of the messy PPT. And making to easiest to audience follow the what are the key points you're giving, right? So for example, you mentioned E plus or equal to O. So in the initially you give the explanations, event plus purpose equal to outcome. So even you give the quantity number 2 plus 2 equal to 4. So that is make audience to keen connectivity with your speech. Also, we made behavior, thoughts, and imaginary to concise how the workflow is happening. Also, the slide is supported the message well with help reinforce the importance point. So one thing I want to highlight it, the each and every point have the connectivity. People get the good observations. So what one thing I want to make sure, even you have done the interaction between, you have some questions, let's say example Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King. So people can get the connectivity, but I would like to see yourself as you need to increase some more conversation, right? You have took the session more than 20 minutes. The 20 minutes, people try to within a 5 to 7 minutes or each and every 5 minutes or 7 minutes you come up with some question that will make to audience. Once again I want to notice the audio was not much clear, your voice modulation also not make interaction with the audience. So but you it made with monotonous, the same voice monotonous was there. So you should be make more the action kind of speaking, so it will make more sense and presence. Over to generally over to Toastmaster Tina ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And can we have the last evaluator, Toastmaster Muthu, to give us evaluation for Toastmaster Manigandan?
I hope I'm audible and visible. Yes, Muthu. Very good afternoon, the Toastmasters. It is my pleasure to evaluate this speaker, Toastmaster Mani. He delivered a very good speech with an inspiring message. I particularly enjoyed the story of sharpening the axe and the story of the bamboo tree. Both stories were relevant, memorable, and he effectively reinforced the message of passions, preparations, and continuous improvement through the bamboo story. One of the strengths of the message, I see the speakers good eye contact with the camera. It helped him create a connection with the audience toward the speech. Because it was visual speech, the hand gestures were natural and supported the message as well. And he also had a very good pauses in between that allows the audience to observe the important points. And overall, the speech was well structured. The stories kept the audience engaged from beginning to end. For improvement, I have two suggestions. First, you can, since the project is about vocal variety and body language, you can work on vocal variety by varying pitch, pace, volume, and emphasize on key points. This would make the stories more dynamic and also engaging. And the second suggestion, since it was a virtual meeting, standing and delivering the speech would have added more energy, presence, and impact to the presentation. And also, it's about body language, so it will work on that. Overall, this was a enjoyable speech with strong storytelling, good eye contact, and effective gestures, and most important, meaningful content. So with the enhanced vocal variety and more energetic delivery, Toastmaster Mani can make future speeches even more powerful. Congratulations, well done, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Muthu. And can we have the Ephraim to read out his grammarian and our counter report? Ephraim, you're available?
Toastmaster Ephraim to
I'm sorry. I had
Okay,
started
okay.
speaking
Done, done.
without knowing that I was on mute.
Great.
Okay. Well, of those three speakers today, only one speaker used the word only once, that too only once. So kudos to him. Rest of the other two speakers did not use filler words or anything else. And when it comes to quotes, Toastmaster Narasimha used the quote for end of our life is some of our choices from Jeff Bezos. And he should work on the way when he pronounced the on his past and past tense on his tenses, because the word choose mentioned during as in past tense should be chose, and it have had, and the word Django can be pronounced as should be pronounced as Django, and the other vocabularies were bifurcation, delegate. And that's it. Those were the outstanding vocabularies for today. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Tina. DTM Tina.
Thank you so much, Ephraim. And here comes my timer report. We had a speech by Toastmaster Narasimha by 6 minutes 54 seconds. By Toastmaster Muthu, it was 20 minutes 50 seconds. And for Toastmaster Mani, it is 5 minutes 57 seconds. For evaluation, Kasi took 5 minutes 40 seconds. So I think Kasi sir has to see the timer cards and the time limitations. Toastmaster Narasimha, it was 2 minutes 45 seconds, and for Toastmaster Muthu, it was 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Kudos to everyone, and back to the general evaluator, but he's not available, I believe. So I'll hand over the session to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster THIRUMURUGAN. Thank you.
So thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Tina ma'am. Now I call the presiding officer to end the session, distinguished Toastmaster Tina ma'am to proceedings for the further proceedings.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster THIRUMURUGAN. I believe today we had a little bit of confusion of roll calls and last minutes of dropout and all those things happened. I believe we will figure out what is the possibility that we can do it from our execom members. That is first thing, and more importantly, kudos to everyone, Toastmaster Mani and Muthu and Toastmaster Narasimha for your speech. Hearing all your speakers after a long time, that was very well done, and hope the evaluation did his best. Thank you so much for that. And how did you enjoy? So we'll have a general feedback from everyone, and then we'll go for the closing. Anyone wants to share their inputs?
Ma'am, I had a one question.
Yes.
Yeah, having a question that table topic we skipped this time, and
Yeah, actually speaking, we planned for 6 speeches this week, and we had last minute of drop off from Saturday night. So we were not at all sure what should be happen. It's almost like 12:10, I believe. If we having a table topic, it might extend the time. So we will include it. Yeah, we'll take that feedback, Kasi sir. Thank you.
okay. And second point is from Efron. He given feedback only for speaker, but he missed up for evaluation team
Yes.
and TMOD. So each and every person he has to give feedback. Maybe
Yes. Yes.
that
I did
I
I did note down. I did note down Kasi sir, but on hearing your speech and on your how far you have come, I just didn't want to break
no
that.
no
That is why I did not.
no no no.
And as usual, if I'm going to give feedback to TMOD Thirumurugan, it'll be like pot calling the kettle black, because there weren't, even though there were slight drops, things to work, but since those were how do I say, he had to pick his speech on the moment, so there will be slight errors when it comes to usage of filler words, but there weren't, as usual, grammar. So a slight percentage of error is, I believe, it is accepted, and so that is why I did not give my feedback
No, no, sir.
to.
No, sir. Actually, why I raised the question means the
Mhm.
beauty of Toastmaster is feedback. Even everybody has, even when I was connected morning with Narsinga, he moved from third to first place. I know that he is maybe he had some plan for travel or something.
Mhm.
So the feedback is each and every person. It is very important. Like even the way like one line comment also it's very important. That is what, see why I'm staying in a Toastmaster means a feedback. Only reason feedback, I'm improvising day by day. That's
Okay.
what the question I raised. But sorry, I didn't point for you, but
No,
we
no,
should not
you
miss.
are, this is something I'm working on myself, giving feedback in a way that it is. I don't want to be in. I don't want to be an in your face kind of guy. So
No. It should
uh,
be in your face. You have to give
I,
through face itself. Like this is you have to
uh,
correct it where we are missing. So
then
each
I'll be
and
the
every
most hated person in Puducherry's Toastmaster.
nobody's
I'm
going to be.
working on it. I'll try to give it in a, how do I say, in a
This question
proper
answered
soft
by
way.
Tina ma'am. This question answered
No
by Tina.
problem, Ephraim. We'll work it out together. So
Uh-huh.
we'll bring in that, point. So no worries.
This
Thank you
is
so
something
much,
I want
Cassie
to
sir.
work on myself.
Sure. We'll be giving you the input. Since you're a newbie, it is our responsibility for every member to guide you that. We will do that as soon as possible. Yeah. So we did not had that enough room after the Discover meeting. So we'll do it as soon as possible. Yeah. Thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
Sure.
ma'am,
Yeah.
this question is not only for Ephraim, for each and
Yeah,
everyone.
it is common for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, common. I'm just today Ephraim, so you should not please don't take
Correct.
it. This
No,
is for
no,
No, no,
not
no,
at
no,
all.
not at
Not
all,
at all.
not at
You,
all.
you're correct.
No, sir, feedbacks are welcome. And it is good that, Kasi sir highlighted because, feedback is very important, even if it is not only for speech evaluation. It is good that we need to hear the feedback from our counter, grammarian, timer, and, from the general evaluator also. It is not at
yes.
all possible. Thank you so much for bringing in that point. So that's why the floor is open to, to have this discussion. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else? Or can we wrap up?
Yes, ma'am. We can.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Ma'am,
Okay. So
ma'am,
thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I need one help from you, ma'am. Or else I will
Yes,
call
yes.
you after the meeting.
Yeah, sure, sir. You can give me a call after
Okay,
the
ma'am.
meeting.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. So now it's my turn that, see, I know that you guys are been hearing and seeing me again and again because today we had lack of members today logged in. They had some personal commitment and emergency at the last minute from the morning. So going forward from next Sunday onwards, we are trying to implement a dry run for the regular meeting. Okay. So how it's going to work is we are logging in at 10:30 morning, right? We will join at 10:10. Okay. The time is going to be 10 a.m., 10 minutes. And we are going to have a small discussion within all the role players. Okay. We'll give you the guidance of how it has to be done. So this helps all the role players at the last minute too, if some people could have forgot, because we all are multitasking people. Okay. So we need to repeat our action once again. So we'll have a small discussion so that we will avoid all these mistakes in the role. Okay, so that is one of the implementation what we are going to bring in. So request all the role players, even including from SAA, presiding officer, speaker, grammarian, counter, timer, general evaluator, TT master, okay, and Toastmaster of the day. Everyone are going to join at 10:10. We'll have a small discussion how the flow of agenda is going to be. Okay, we'll give you an overview and then you can start the session by 10:27. We'll start the meeting. Is it okay? I just need a thumbs up from each and every participant so that we'll take this forward from next meeting. It's just a matter of 10 minutes so that we will avoid all those mistakes what we have been carry forwarding. Thank you so much. And more importantly, I have shared the one document which I have drafted previously, that is from PR side, an initiative of learning what is the role and what is the skills you are going to develop by doing all those roles, starting from SAA till the general evaluation and presiding officer. And there is a script which has also been included. The same draft has been renamed called IOPEX. I know, don't get, confused. It is the same document. I have just renamed the club name alone, but all the content, everything is going to be very similar. That is one of the new club which came in new, and I have shared the same document which I have created for our club towards them. So that's the one of the draft where you can go through the document once again if you have any doubts. And one more request is, please let me know. I'll give you a couple of days of time to all the participants from Puducherry Toastmasters to go back and check what is your pathway, where you are staying. Okay, what are the roles you have filled? And if you have some, some things where you need to work on and where you need a mentor guidance, please contact me in individual call on Tuesday. From Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll give these 3 days for myself to have a personal call with all the members to understand where are you standing, which pathway are you standing, which level are you standing, and where is the one thing you wanted to improvise yourself. We'll have a small discussion over the call, and I wanted to understand how it is being taken forward, and I need to understand more importantly whether you have a connection with your mentor or not. Even if you're doing a small role, it is very important that you get connected with your mentor. Okay. So if you have any issues with your mentor or anything, please give me a call back. We will sort it out in an individual call so that we'll do a better understanding and we will work together. So this is one of the suggestions what I wanted to place. And going forward, June 22nd is our 5 years of celebration. It is not only our Chief Minister's birthday, it is Puducherry chartering date of June 22nd, 2026. So since it falls on Monday, we are celebrating a 5 years of celebration inside Puducherry, a pure in-person. This is not only for the club, it is a celebration for all the members. Please do join us as a family. Okay, you can bring in your spouse, parents, your siblings, or your friends, gang. Francis is thinking, okay, let me bring in 10 more members. Okay, yes, you can. So please invite your friends, your guests, bring in them. We'll celebrate it as as possible. We'll celebrate as a Josh. And it's going to be a regular meeting. Plus, we are going to have some fun. We're going to have a family discussion also, sitting together, and we need to plan how we are going to celebrate the next 5 years of celebration. That is 10th year of Puducherry, right from June 21st. So this is a personal invite, and we are going to come up with a lot of events and PR work. Thank you so much. And if there is anything, the floor is open for everyone to discuss. Thank you.